Hey Duke. I'm basically on vacation, so I have time these days to draw. So welcome back. I finished the drawing you saw last time. If you want to see it, or is it? It's the line is finished. So there you go. It's finished. Came out nice. I just did the lines everywhere and some minor scales on the body, and there you go. Pretty nice. I did also this little fresque at the background, with and I also did some scales on the snakes. They came out pretty good. The snakes, the scales isn't perfect, but it's a little drawing, and I got bored at one stage, but it's mostly finished. So there you go. And now what I'm doing is sort of knights. Looks like a sort of a female knight, then again, but much more covered than the other one. Actually putting the death blow on some kind of dragon. Haven't completely finished the setup, but most of it is done. It's pretty dynamic. So I'm gonna try to, get these rough edges and get something more definite. And there you go. Probably gonna be a flame coming out his mouth. And I want to find something a bit more. See, the body isn't finished yet. Have to find something a bit more natural. I try to go for something, I usually try to go to try to represent characters with unusual facial features. It looks either like a very young squire or like some kind of girl, but not very. I wasn't aiming for the sexy appearance. I was more looking for something a bit half through, very fierce, but also funny looking, a bit cartoon. But of course in plate armor. Just like if a peasant girl wore armor and was a fighter. Remind me of a comics I found online, an online comics called Marble Gates. Maybe you know it. And there's this cleric character, who's sort of a nerd. I'm going for this kind of look for the night. But a very capable nerd, since she's actually giving the death blow to a dragon. So do not trust the. What did I call it? Marble Gates. The comics is called Marble Gates. I found it online. I was playing this game called. It's about RPG characters. It's a story talking about RPG characters and how they survive in a world called Marble Gates. And the main character is called Colleen. She's a very dorky cleric. It's an ongoing comic, so you can find it online. Yeah, I've heard it when I was playing Darkest Dungeon. If you've got Steam, I really recommend this game. Very cartoony, very well animated, very hard, But hey, Victoria. Well, nice to catch you too. I saw your comment from last time's from yesterday's stream. I'm in holiday, so I have time to draw a little bit each day. So nice to catch you here. Yeah, so Marble Gates, as I said, I discovered the comics when I was playing Darkest Dungeons, because we could I downloaded some skins and some mods for the game on Steam, and one of the mods was replacement of one of the clerics of the game with a skin of Colleen, of this character from this comics called Marble Gates, and the guy who made the skin was obviously the artist of Marble Gates, so he gave a link, so I went there and watched. It's pretty nice. It's pretty funny, and the characters are pretty lovable. Logically, she should wear some gauntlets, but she's gonna look way more slim if she hasn't got any. Tell me, what do you think? She can wear gauntlets. Tell me what you think, and I'll take that into consideration. She's gonna be wearing, she's gonna be holding this. So she's holding the back of the sword here with the pommel, and she's pushing the pommel through the dragon, actually. So this is gonna be the cross guard, and you're gonna have the sword going through there, right through, you know. Something like that. I'm pretty used to draw armor because I have one. I'm used to wearing one, so I know every piece of armor. I know how it's articulated, so obviously it's helpful to know that. Oh, if you're interested, Victoria, I showed Duke the drawing I did yesterday because he was watching the stream. In case you watched part of the video, I can show you the finished drawing if I find it. Where is it? There it is. If you want to see it, it's the drawing I did last time. Maybe you watched part of the video, so there you go. You can see it finished. Pretty nice. Not perfect, of course, but oops. Wait, so I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna try to do something with the camera, cause yeah, it wasn't finished. I finished it off camera. It's nice. Yep. Now we're gonna finish this one. Yeah, I can't really craft. I want to craft these days, but I can't really craft since I'm in a holiday, and also we're moving out, so everything is in boxes. So I draw, you know, catching up time, drawing stuff. So as usual, I'm going for something very human for the hands of the dragon. I like my dragons to have very human hands. Gives a more dangerous impression, I think, because it gives the impression they can hold things, even if he's just going to die right there. But hands are hard to draw. I'm both happy with the head because it's quite expressive, but also it's a bit weird. I also went for this how is it called? Chain coif. How is it called in? I don't know how it's called in English. It's chainmail. It's not finished, but it's gonna be chainmail. Of course, I could put an helmet on her, but if I put an helmet, you won't see the head, and I like the facial expression. I try to put only, a sort of conic, opened helm, but it looked very weird. But I could try to do something. What do you think? Would you prefer with an open helm? I could try to do this. Could be something like this. Let me shoot just the edges, and you'll tell me what you. Be something like this, and then with an open helm like this. Maybe it would be better. It would look less funky. Okay, I'm gonna give you the. Would be something like this. Would you prefer with a helm or without? See, the helm, and with an open a bassinet. It's how do you call that? It's a mésaille in French. Anyway, you get the idea. Well, I'm not going to cover the face, definitely not. But the idea was to put a helmet and to open just the top part of the helmet, as if it was open, which isn't very logic in combat. But we would see the face, but we won't have this very round and she looks a bit, I don't know, like a plug or something. So I don't know what you think. Maybe I'll see later. I'm gonna do the rest. We'll see later. So the dragon. I've got to do something about the dragon. He doesn't look mean enough. I need him to be way more mean. Usually adding spikes works. It's not the only way. And I definitely have to put on some definition on this creature. Some details. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time finding the right words sometimes. I gotta put some muscles, but go figure where the muscles are gonna be on this creature. And he's definitely, and that's a concern here. I wanted to make her, being a bit like crushed by this dragon, as if it was a constrictor, But I thought, why not put him some legs, just like crocodile legs on the side? But it looked pretty weird. But if I do just a huge body, it will look very fat. So I could do something in front, like stones, to hide this whole fat sausage look. I'm not gonna focus on this part. This will be the end. I'll probably do the under the dragon off screen, because I'm not sure it's gonna be the most interesting thing to watch. Let's focus on the dragon and on the maid, on the damsel, on the knight, female knight. So I wanna preserve the head, but I think I'm gonna go with the helmet. I'm definitely gonna go with the helmets. It'll be more. Should look a little less stupid, I think. But I'm gonna leave this part open so that we still see her face. It'll look a little bit like this. See? I think it looks good. It looks good. And she's gonna have. Am I gonna go for the easy version or for the? Because there are several ways to make something simple. So I'm gonna keep something very simple. I think something like that. It will be more It will be better on drawing. That's way better with helmets. It's way better. So anyway, there's something I really want to start doing, and it is crafting, but it's not really RPG related. And I'm saying that because you're here, especially Factoria. Well, DM Blopa, that's your name, right? I'd like to do some stop motion, but not with drawings or let's say cardstock or paper animated. But yeah, I won't cover the face. I'm gonna leave it like this. The visor is open. I think I'm gonna try to do some stop motion, but with actual animated characters, like Hardman Studios is doing. Because I really want to keep on doing scenery and work with materials. I love crafting. It's so nice to do, finding ways to represent reality, but with well, if I start doing it, I'll probably make videos on it on the channel, so I guess you'll see it, because I'd really like to do it, and I like to try. I wanted to do it for a very long time, and I think I'm finally gonna try doing it. The first thing I'm gonna do is build the two main characters, because I think I'm gonna work with a story a script I have written quite some time ago that I wanted to adapt in a comic book, but I think it would make a pretty cool movie. So what I'm gonna do is just first try to do the two main characters. I think I showed them in a previous live when I showed some old drawings I did, and then we'll see. First I'll build them, the puppets, a few heads, then I'll try testing some animations with them, then we'll see. I think my girlfriend would be gladly helping me, because she likes doing small clothes, things like that, and I'll definitely need her skills to do the clothes of the characters. So stay tuned, because maybe not so long from now I'll be doing some stop motion. At least I'd like to.
Bon, on a récupéré le Patrick, mais on n'a pas récupéré.
Ah, il est arrivé?
Oui, oui.
Je vais lui faire la bise.
Et on n'a pas récupéré de Charlotte, les autres pâtes d'amandes vertes parce qu'on n'en avait pas assez. On ne pouvait pas, il n'y en avait pas.
Du coup, elle va faire comment? Elle va l'étaler?
Non, je sais pas, c'était pour lui.
D'accord.
Elle avait toujours des plans B. T'as pas des ciseaux, quelque chose là, donc quelque chose qui soit un peu coupant?
Non, je crois pas. Non. Je vais lui faire
un stylo, quelque chose que tu me passes pour passer dans là.
Ah,
qui
ça,
risque
regarde.
pas de se casser.
Bah attends, j'ai peut-être.
Tu sais, je vais le passer dans la petite fente là
Ça,
pour. Ouais, c'est très bien ça.
So I'm coming back, guys. Just gonna say hello to someone. Right back.
Dis donc Mathieu, t'as pas dit merci pour la pièce hier?
Pardon? Quelle pièce?
T'as pas reçu une pièce comme ça?
Ah si, oui. Merci, très bonne
T'es
initiative.
pas étonné du fait de recevoir une pièce comme ça spontanément?
Je
Parce que comme ça on t'envoie des pièces.
Bah oui.
Maman qui envoie des pièces.
Tiens, ça.
J'en achète une pour moi. J'en fais une pour toi. Moi je l'ai reçue qu'aujourd'hui.
T'as une bête sur toi là, Benoît. Là, une guêpe là.
Cherchez.
Là.
Un stylo.
Vous voulez pas acheter une raquette comme aux Antilles, là, la raquette électrique, il paraît que ça marche bien.
Bah si, il paraît qu'on a chez
Il y en a- mais non, mais il y en a au Super U de Parentis, 4 euros ça coûte.
Ouais. Bah, je sais pas, Sylviane a dit que ça marche.
Bah ouais, je pense qu'il faudrait ça.
On peut essayer. Hein.
Tu joues, Benoît?
Oops. I'm back.
Oui.
Sorry if you guys said something, I wasn't there. Ça va?
Yes, sir. Ah, du coup, là, c'est vraiment jaune.
Ah ouais, un peu, ouais.
En plus, il est tout graisse de...
The killing blow. Should I add some? I probably should add a little bit of blood to really show there's been a blow. Otherwise, it may not work. How can I do this? Like that? Not sure. Not sure. Okay. Yeah. Can't wait to try stop motion again. This hand is a bit fucked up, isn't it? Something doesn't work.
Tase me, bro.
Let's see. I watch my own hand. Best way sometimes too.
Ouais. Moi j'ai une main fonctionnelle.
Tu bosses? Tu bosses comme une bête?
Ouais,
Tu mets tout ton matos, trop bien.
ouais, je suis en live en fait sur ma chaîne.
Faut peut-être pas trop...
Ah non, non, tu peux passer, tu peux parler. Ils savent que je suis français à des moments, je parle. Mais de toute façon, il n'y a pas grand monde là, j'ai deux abonnés qui sont là.
Trop bien.
Mais ça fait de la compagnie.
Ah ouais, trop bien.
T'as été du coup, la route, c'était long du coup.
Bien,
Hein.
pour une fois, le train t'es pas en retard.
Ouais, bah oui, en ce moment c'est le bazar là. Probably change a little bit the hands. We'll see later, right? I'm just correcting it a little bit, slightly. Something's wrong with these fingers. I'll have to... So what are you guys doing right now? Working, crafting? Hopefully crafting? Or animating or something else? I know Factoria, you're about to go to sleep, so you're probably watching the stream or checking other stuff online, I guess. What about you, Duke? I just finished my work today and so craft anything. I didn't have time to read everything. I'll see the comment later. Because it disappears when I just enjoy with you and checking my videos. Okay. Yeah, chill a little bit, man. Chill. I'm chilling all right these days with vacations. It's nice to take some time, just don't do anything and relax from time to time. The hand is better now. It isn't perfect though, but I'll correct it later. It's a bit better than before. It's looking very gnarly. I like it. I like my dragons to be to have very human features, very human arms. Gives the impression they can really grab, stuff, and be as nearly as much dexterity as a human. I find that quite frightening from a beast that can also, blow out fire or fly. Of course, this one doesn't look like he's a flying dragon. He's more of a worm. A worm. That he's toasted all right. So, am I going for gloves, gauntlets, or am I going for bare hands? What do you guys think? So here you've got bar hands, and here I can do the thickness of the hand with a glove. It'll be more like something like that. They're okay. I think I'll still do some stuff here and there because it's not perfect, but they're pretty good. Yeah, pretty gnarly. Yeah, nasty and expressive. He's getting killed after all. Or I can go for the flame. I'm bad at drawing flames. I think the shape is good, but it's alright. I mean, but it's only the shape. Give the burning impression is gonna be very difficult. So I was going for more of a sort of crocodile look. Yeah, that's what I meant by gloves. Some gauntlets, right? But if I do gauntlets, they're gonna be thick. It's gonna be something like this, And I could. I know how to draw these. She will look less thin. See here are. You've got a good sense of. I hesitated. Of course, with big gloves, it could look very cool, but without, she looks thinner. See the angle here? We will lose this angle, giving all the strength for her sword. See? We lose it. Well, at least we lose it a little bit if I do this. It's ever slightly, of course. It's not very. See, it works. Still works pretty well. So yeah, okay. I'll do this, and then I'll do a gauntlet here with all the like this. I guess that'll work. Something like this. I only have 15% battery, so unfortunately, in I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, the live will end, but it's okay. it's alright. We'll manage. Oh, maybe I have a movable battery. I could do that. I could use that. But I'm sure I'm going to. We'll see. What am I gonna do now? Should do something about the head. I'm not entirely satisfied with the head of the dragon. Don't know what's missing, but something's definitely missing. I'm gonna go for a shadow inside, I think. See you, Duke. Take care. I'm gonna try to do a stream very soon because I'm gonna be moving out. But see you around. Thanks for dropping by. Actually, there shouldn't be that much shadow inside because of the flame, but I'm not gonna do anything logic, you know. It's still fantasy, so when you draw, you learn how to cheat also to have something cooler. Here, the idea is to have a good sense of volume, and I don't want to darken the top part of the head. So I'm gonna put shadow inside. We'll see later. Usually I work, not always, but sometimes afterwards. I do a post-production on Photoshop, on software to clean the drawing. Depends. Usually I don't do that. Sometimes I do color, not always. Sometimes I use a computer. I'm actually I'm bad at painting with computer. I'm bad at painting. I'm bad at painting, you know, but I'm even worse on computer to make some colors. So sometimes if I have to just fill, you know, give it very easy coloring, something very plain, I can do it on computer. But if I want to do something a little more pictorial, then I go with the paints, with traditional paints like aquarelle, watercolors. I can use watercolors. I'm not good at it, but I can use it. But I'm really not a painter. I'm not really good at it. I can put colors on a drawing, but not very well. I'm not very good at it. That's one of my biggest regrets. When I was very young, I spent a lot of time drawing, but very little time learning how to use paint. And so I can, but I'm not. It can get quite frustrating since I'm not very good at it. Sorry about the noise also, Victoria. But we're in a big family here. It's the family of my girlfriend. We're all on holiday together for a few days. So we're playing outside. Big family. She's got many brothers. And they all have girlfriends. So, see? So funny in real life. I don't have holidays in Japan, so it's nice to hear people enjoying. Yeah, you never take any day off. There isn't doesn't actually exist holidays or vacations, or is it maybe it's just your job actually that don't allow you to have vacations? For you there per years. Oh yeah, that's very low. Yeah, I think we already talked about it in a previous live. If I remember correctly, that is very low. But you can. There isn't some days you can add. These are like 4 days that are included, but can't you choose to pose to how do you say that? To add some to ask some days off. There are 4 that are obvious for everyone, like even the mandatory, or can you post other days, or is it just like 4 days and you're done? Because that is very low.
Là, quand il y a de l'air, c'est bien. Mais on sent que le fond de l'air est humide. Comme ça.
In Europe, we have you can take some day, but it's made off together, and some is not paid. It's all crappy. Yeah, it's all crappy. I'm very lucky for regarding days off and holidays, since I'm a teacher, so I have quite a lot of vacations, of holidays. Of course, this is the major advantage of being a teacher. You have as much holidays as the kids. That is a big advantage. Pretty nice armor, right? Yeah, I'm gonna keep the gloves, like you said. It doesn't really, you know, it's still pretty dynamic, so I'm gonna keep it. Yes, I'm an art teacher. I'm not a drawing teacher. We do drawing, but but I'm how do you call that in English? It's plastic art. No, that's not how we call it. You know, we're doing art, but not only drawing, but also sculpting, taking photographs, making videos, making crafting, stuff. That type of art, hybrid art. In France, it's called art plastique. It's a hybrid. You do many things, installations. And I'm in middle school. So yeah, it's a cool job, definitely. But it's nice when you have holidays, because it's very energy consuming, as you might imagine. But it's a very nice job, nonetheless. You know what? I didn't really like the drawing when I started it, but now I think I like it. I like the dynamic. It isn't half bad. Needs to be finished probably, but it isn't half bad. There's a good sense of dynamic here. Not entirely satisfied with the head of the dragon, actually. Doesn't really match with the style of the character. Something else. Maybe he's just not enough cartoony for her. Thanks, man. Yeah, the composition is alright. It's pretty dynamic, but he's not cartoony enough for this character. Maybe I could, go for a wider eye. Something a bit more off, a bit more cartoony, a bit more caricature. I could go for something wider, expressive. What do you prefer? Small eye, like round eye, or the almond one I made before?
Ça va bien? Ouais. Ouais.
I'm not sure.
Oui, oui. Et à l'heure et tout, pas de problème, oui, c'est bien. Après, il y a pour les SNCF.
Tell me if there's some. Let's see, with a larger eye, it's good. I can go with larger features since she's pretty cartoonish.
Ça va, tu peux faire remplacer les films. Ça va, ça fait un beau terrain de jeu. C'est pas mal. J'ai coupé les 3-4 tronçonnettes là. Hein.
D'accord.
And I'm fastly gonna go for texturing because most of the characters are done. Now the lower part isn't, of course, but she doesn't. Does she really look like she's constricted? She definitely looks as if she's between the rings of the dragon, but she doesn't look very constricted. She looks very determined. Oh wow. I'm gonna change that right now, so. See that later. Well, let's go for the shadows on the armor. Let's make this armor shine a little bit. I want it to be a knight in shining armor, definitely. So. Oh my god, they're killing themselves playing badminton. It looks like they're playing for their lives. Shadows are pretty hard to do on metal. Of course, I'm sure I don't learn anything to you, Lopa, since you're used to drawing as well. It's not easy to do some shadings on a metallic surface. I mean, convincing ones. Should do. So this is going to be fully in the shadow here, I think. This is going to be like... See later. This isn't convincing. We'll see later. Now I'm going to go with this. This is a 15th century. This is kind of weird because it looks like a 15th century, late 15th century armor with a more of a 14th century helmet. But I don't think any subscriber will really care. Well, you can do it.
Des espèces de micro.
You can do it, but if it's really late, you should probably just sleep, man. Especially after a long day's work. Especially if you work tomorrow, but maybe you don't work tomorrow. You hate your Colina? Colina? Oh shit, wasn't Victoria. I don't know what you said, like Colina. Didn't have the time to see your comment properly. They all appear again. Oh hello. I hate your English, but I like how you draw. Hey man. Thanks. It's very nice of you. I think I'm not gonna go for some metal part here. Maybe for yeah, it's gonna be metal. Like that. There's gonna be like chainmail here. Shit.
Mais faut juste la papa a racheté une pompe à passe, donc je fais bon, c'est pas évident.
Yeah, sorry about that. My phone was low on battery, so the stream ended. See you, Victoria. Good night. Yeah, well, you can see it. I'll probably upload it on Twitter. I don't know if you have Twitter, but you'll see it on Twitter, probably, or on my blog. If you've gone to my blog, I'll probably upload it there too. Thanks, La Colina. Del Herrero. Using spaghettis was quite funny. I didn't use spaghettis, right? I used something else. Some other sort of pasta.
Il n'y a rien d'autre à prévoir, c'est pas juste un message.
Oui, je pense que j'ai fini. Parce que j'étais avec le verre. Tu peux aller vers là.
When you put the shadows, the armor pops out instantly.
Sur des tranches d'abdomen.
I'll probably should start drawing. I really should start doing the line with the pen. But apparently I want to continue doing it with a pencil.
vais aller voir un peu ce qui se passe du côté de là. Oh bah il y a des champignons qui ont poussé là.
C'est exactement pareil, c'est un frelon qui s'approche.
And now here's my technique to do the chainmail. Draw lines. First you draw lines like this that are following the volumes, and then what you're gonna do is do crescents, going from left to right on one row and from right to left on the other. And hopefully this will give you a nice effect of weaving of mail. So seen from afar, this will give a nice effect hopefully. Yeah, maybe, yeah. It's very old school, the look and the knights. It's a very classic armor. It's a very realistic armor, you know. And the face looks pretty cartoon, so but it's nice, you know, cartoon style. We're always way too serious these days. Of course, I also like very serious, realistic looks. I also like to create more funny-looking characters from time to time. But the armor is pretty standing out pretty well now, right? With the shadows. Yeah, well, I'm probably gonna put some blood. There still isn't blood for now, but see, I thought first I could do the blade going through there, like this. Then we'll see the blood. What do you think? Do you prefer it when you see the sword like this? Maybe it looks a little more dangerous. Then I'll be able to add some blood. But I'm definitely gonna put a little bit of blood there. The blood just isn't done, but I'm probably gonna add some blood though. Because I like blood. I just didn't put it yet. I'm probably gonna add it. Yeah, something like that. It's not definite. I'll see how I do it. It's not good, but I'll definitely put blood. I may put the sword like this. The rest is much gonna be texturing and adding some details and stuff like that. on the character, on the dragon. What do you think about this sword here? Is it better or not? With the start of the blade there. So if I do this, I can add some, definitely add some blood there. Even if there's mostly gonna be blood out. Be right back. Classic and precise lines. I don't know if if I'm that precise, man. I'm usually not very neat. But yeah, yeah, you haven't seen the last drawing I did yesterday and finished here of how it's gonna look at the end. I'm gonna not always very clean, but I'm gonna try to be as clean as I can. So this one's with the Medusa is the one I drew yesterday on live. Yeah, Medusa. I went for a Medusa archer, kind of a young, like a young huntress, or I don't know, princess. I don't know, with obviously some Greek/Egyptian inspiration for the character. Came out pretty nice. She looks pretty nice. And now we're going more for knight in shining armor, a bit like Joan of Arc style. But obviously it's the dark outlines that will give make everything stand out. Image is pixelating. Shit. Is it better or not? If it gets too pixelated, I'll probably stop the stream. Sometimes it happens. Depends on the quality of the connection. We're actually in pretty far away in the how do you call that? La Campagne. We're not in the city, so sometimes the connection isn't. If it really pixelates, tell me if it stops, because it still pixelates. I'll probably end the stream. I don't want you guys to watch something unwatchable. Okay. So just tell me if it comes back or if it's still pixelated. I'm gonna start doing outlines. Some outlines. This way she's not gonna be the drawing will be definite. If I find what I use, usually I use this, even if it's nearly empty. Ew. No display. Oh shit. Probably the internet connection. I'm probably gonna stop the stream if it's pixelated now. I'm gonna end it, I guess. If it doesn't get any better, you can leave the stream, and if I have no one watching it anymore, I will end the stream. Do not hesitate. It was nice having you guys. See you later another time. Is it better, or are you guys still staying even if the stream is pixelated? Shit, didn't see the comment. It looks like a pixelized game, but it looks cool. I'm gonna stop it, man. There's no point in watching drawing if everything is pixelated, right? I'm gonna stop it. The connection is obviously too bad here, but it's okay. It's so part of the drawing, and you'll see it finished if you watch my Twitter. So if you have Twitter, you can see a few of my drawings, not all of them, but a few of my drawings on Twitter. You can go at Landvaettr on Twitter. You'll find this drawing finished when I finish it. and take care. I'm gonna stream. In any case, I have other things to do, so I'll end the streams. It was nice seeing you guys. I'll probably won't do a stream very soon, because this is basically the last days I'm on vacations before I'm moving out. So I'll be moving out. I probably won't have time to stream, but then again, we'll see. So bye guys, keep it real, take care, do your stuff, and see you later. Bye.